Hello everyone, this is Prem Sodhani coming up with the next round of our quiz session, and in this session we generally discuss some of the very important current affairs in terms of question and answers, right? So let's get started with 24 December's current affairs. The first question is with reference to Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, that is IRNSS. Consider the following statement. The first says due to national security interest, its primary service area is restricted within Indian territory. This is first statement. The second is satellites of the IRNSS constellations are parked in both geostationary and geosynchronous orbits, right? For this one, that is IRNSS, we launched this IRNSS and there are 7 satellite groups in this one. This is the first thing. The second important thing is, if you know the background of Kargil war, when India wanted to have the precise location of these Pakistani intruders, especially in this region, and this was the GPS information which was required by the India, but because GPS is controlled by the US and US denied that information to the India. So now we are having our own this navigation constellation, that is also known as NAVIC, that is navigation with Indian constellation. Navigation with Indian constellation, that is nothing but this IRNSS. So इसमें आप ध्यान रखना, these type of the जो GPS system होते हैं या फिर IRNSS system होते हैं, they will provide you 2 type of the information. The first would be restricted information that would be used for the military purpose, ठीक है, military purpose, and that would be very precise one, ठीक है, the accuracy would be very high in this case, precise information. The second would be general purpose information. So remember, this information was denied to India by US in case of Kargil war, and अब हमारे पास खुद का IRNSS है. अब ध्यान ये रखना है आपको कि दिस इज नॉट रेस्ट्रिक्टेड टू द इंडियन टेरिटरी ओनली, ठीक है, बियॉन्ड इंडियन टेरिटरी भी हम देख सकते हैं. 1500 किलोमीटर ऑफ एरिया कैन बी कवर्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ दिस IRNSS, ठीक है. तो दिस इज नॉट ट्रू, फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज नॉट ट्रू. द सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट जो है, अगर वो आपको समझना है तो देन यू शुड नो व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ ऑर्बिट्स, राइट. सो लेट मी क्लियर हियर, दिस इज, let me tell you, if this is the earth, so we have this one, that is LEO, right, that is lower earth orbit. Then we have this MEO, that is medium earth orbit. Then we have this geostationary and geosynchronous satellites, right. These are the orbits. If you want to have better remote sensing system, means if you want to have clear pictures, you want to study about the earth system, right, तो जो आपके satellites होते हैं, they should be placed in this one, that is lower earth orbit, ठीक है. जितना कम height पे होंगे, they would be able to clearly take the pictures of this earth, right. So these satellites would be generally of remote sensing nature, ठीक है. एंड अदर एक्सपेरिमेंटल जो सैटेलाइट्स होते हैं वो भी यहाँ पे होते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन है, ये भी यहीं पे होंगे, राइट. द सेकंड MEO में आपका आता है, दैट इज GPS ऑफ अमेरिका इज सिचुएटेड इन दिस MEO. व्हेन इट कम्स टू जियोस्टेशनरी और जियोसिंक्रोनस, द हाइट वुड बी 36,000 किलोमीटर, राइट, 36,000 किलोमीटर फ्रॉम द अर्थ. नाउ there are 2 terms, that is geosynchronous and geostationary. If I tell you about these 2 systems, that is geostationary and geosynchronous. For example, this is the equator, right. If a height of 36,000 kilometer is there and the satellite is directly over the equator, right, this is the directly over the equator, somewhere here this is the satellite, 36,000 kilometer and directly over the equator, then this is known as geostationary, right. And otherwise, if there is some inclination, for example, this is height is same, that is 36,000 kilometer, but the inclination is there, this is not exactly over the equator, then it would be geosynchronous. Otherwise they both are same. Geosynchronous में क्या होता है, the speed of their rotation would be exactly the speed of the rotation of the earth, ठीक है, दोनों की same रहेगी. The only difference is कि one would be over the equator, that is geostationary, and the other one would be having would have some inclination हो सकता है, right. So जो geostationary and geosynchronous होते हैं, they are used generally for the communication purposes, and this geostationary will always appear in stationary position when you will see that satellite from any position from the earth, ठीक है, हमेशा वो वहीं दिखेगा आपको. because they both are rotating at the same speed, right? So this is the concept of geostationary and geosynchronous. So यहाँ पे हमने जो IRNSS बनाया है, there are 7 different satellites and you can see here these 4, ठीक है, 1 2 3 4, they are in geosynchronous position, right? And 3 satellites are there, they are in geostationary position. ठीक है, so we have the group of 7 satellites and remember we are covering, this is the height, that is 36,000 kilometers, we are covering 1500 kilometer beyond our borders also, so ये cover करता है, right? So this is all about IRNSS, ठीक है, so this is about IRNSS. Coming to the next question, that is with reference to advanced, let me answer this one, that is not true, ठीक है, and this is true, that is answer would be 2 only. Coming to the next question, that is with reference to advanced chemistry cell batteries, consider the following statements. They can store electric energy in electrochemical or chemical energy form. This Ministry of Commerce and Industry is the nodal ministry for recently launched production link incentive manufacturing of ACC battery store. So you have to learn this thing, that is we have our own FAME India program, that is FAME India program, right? Faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and e-vehicles, right? Hybrid and e-vehicles. So what we are doing, we are actually promoting the e-vehicles, and remember India has also signed a kind of agreement in this COP26 of recently held, where we want to produce electrical vehicles only in India. That is although not a legally binding agreement, लेकिन हमने वो भी sign किया हुआ है, and India has its own target also. So we have this FAME India 1 mission, FAME India, FAME 1 phase, FAME 2 phase, right? And remember these phases are under Ministry of Heavy Industries, ठीक है, Ministry of Heavy Industries. Now, if you think about these electric vehicles or the hybrid vehicles, what is the problem? The problem is of charging infrastructure. The problem is of these batteries. These must be efficient one. The charging time should be lesser one. They should be there should be more and more capacity should be there, so that हम जो है उसकी तरफ तेजी से adopt कर पाएं, लोग इसको जल्दी से जल्दी adopt करें. So these are the problems. So what we want to have, we want to produce better batteries and better and efficient charging network, right? So this is the direction. In this direction only we are going to produce this advanced chemistry cells now. So this is a statement is true, that can store the electrical energy in terms of electrochemical or chemical, and this is very advanced one जो हमारे जो FAME India mission है उसको ही आगे बढ़ाएंगे. E-vehicles जो हम adopt करने वाले हैं, that would be that will provide kind of push to that FAME India mission only, right? So this cannot be by Ministry of Commerce and Ministry of Commerce and Industry. That is also a program of Ministry of Heavy Industries, right? FAME is under this one, and these charging infrastructure batteries जो हैं इनको develop करना, that is also under the Ministry of Heavy Industries, right? Now, to promote these batteries, to promote their production, we have now a national program on this one, that is National Program on Advanced Chemistry Cells. And what we are doing, we are providing them production linked incentives. यानी जितना ज़्यादा production करोगे आप इन batteries का, you will be provided some incentives with that. ठीक है? तो we have around 18,000 crore rupees budget, 18,100 crore exactly budget for these production linked incentives for these manufacturers जो ये बैटरी मैन्युफैक्चर करने वाले हैं. तो रिमेंबर कि ये जो बैटरी है that is advanced form of the batteries, and that would be helpful for our e-vehicle production and for charging infrastructure also. We want to create this such type of the batteries. Okay, so this is about this question. So this is not true, second is not true, first is true. The answer would be 1 only. Coming to the next question, that is with reference to National Oxygen Stewardship Program. Consider the following. The program aims to empower all healthcare workers with essential knowledge and skills on rational utilization of medical oxygen. ठीक है? The second is at least one oxygen steward will be identified and trained in each district across the country. So oxygen was at its prime importance when it was the time of COVID, right? So the aim of this program is launched by Ministry of Health and Welfare, Ministry of Health and Welfare. And what is the aim? The aim is the better and efficient utilization of oxygen, ताकि वो ज़्यादा waste ना हो. And for that, what we are going to do is we are going to impart some skills and training. So this statement is true. We want to have better use of rational use of this oxygen, and this is the aim of this program. This is also true कि at least एक steward जो है that would be identified from a district and he will be trained in this oxygen, medical oxygen uses, right? So this is also true. Remember, oxygen के लिए एक हमारे पास portal भी है, that is OxyCare, that will provide the information of our oxygen capacity, how much oxygen we do have. All these things will be there on this portal, that is OxyCare. Okay, so this is about the National Oxygen Stewardship Program. Coming to the next question that is also associated with the oxygen, that is with reference to medical oxygen, consider the following statement. It is included in WHO's list of essential medicine. This is true when it was the crisis of oxygen or it was the time of COVID-19. This was included in this list of essential medicine. So essential medicines जो होती हैं, they are for the purpose of safety, their affordability, right, because of their affordability, because of their safety and use, right? So what we want to have better access to, especially to those population, या जो हम यूं कहें कि ऐसी population के पास इन दवाइयों का minimum access होना चाहिए, because these are essential medicines, they can be used in the first line of the treatment. तो इनका जो है affordable होनी चाहिए, access इनका होना चाहिए सभी के पास, right, and they should be very safe also. So with these three motives, what we do generally, we include these medicines in this list of essential medicines, right? And these medicines जो होती हैं, they can be regulated with the help of any regulatory authority, right? जो prices होते हैं उनको control किए जा सकते हैं, because these are the aims. Okay, so yes, this is true. Medical oxygen was included in this essential list of medicines. This is true. First statement. The second says it can cause retrolenticular fibroplasia in premature infants if they exposed to higher level of the oxygen concentration. This is also true. What is this disease? ये disease क्या है? जब when you are going to use concentrate oxygen, so the retina cells जो होती हैं आँखों की, they can have faster blood supply in your retinas, and this is very common in infants, premature infants, so they can suffer through this disease. So this is also true, and this is the reason, this can be the reason of blindness in the childs also, right, in children also, right? So this is also true. The one statement and two both are true. Remember, the essential जो medicine list होती है, the prices can be controlled by, in case of India, that is National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority. They can control the pricing by essential medicine जो होती हैं, their prices can be controlled by this NPPA. Okay, so this was about this question. Coming to the next question, that is Samarth Udyog Bharat 4.0 scheme was recently in news. The scheme is related to which of the following? The scheme was related to this one, that is create an ecosystem for propagation of industry 4.0. If you know about the industrial revolutions, right, that is IR. So IR 1.0 was in Europe, and that was the time of 70s, 60s to 80s, 20s, right? So what was there? The cotton textile production बढ़ गया, steam engines वगैरह आपके बढ़ने लगे, and that was the time of 1.0. When it was 2.0, तो आपने देखा होगा railway network and telegraph was there. Railway network and telegraph was there. Right, it was the time of around this 1860s till 1860s. Then it was 3.0, that is nothing but digital age जो आती है, that is the use of computers, internet and all these things. And now this is 4.0, industrial revolution 4.0, where we are going to use this cyber physical systems, internet of things, artificial intelligence, ठीक है, ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजीज. तो ये सब जो टेक्नोलॉजीज है, इन सब का यूज इन इंडस्ट्रीज, दैट इज नथिंग बट इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन 4.0. So what India wanted to have, India also want to have its industries prepared for this industrial revolution 4.0. Means we should be enabled with these technologies, cyber physical systems, internet of the things, artificial intelligence, and for that we are having now this one, that is Samarth Udyog Bharat 4.0, जिसमें हम क्या कर रहे हैं, the aim is to provide such ecosystem for industries so that they can have this 4.0 technologies with them. And ये industries कोई सी भी हो सकती है. This is about the large industries, that can be the MSME, ठीक है, that can be the medium sector industries. So सारी जो industries हैं, to enable them with this technology, with this support for industrial revolution 4.0, this is the initiative of India, right, and this is the initiative of Ministry of Heavy Industries again, that is Samarth Udyog Bharat 4.0. okay, so this is the question number. Coming to the next one, that is with reference to crimes committed by anti-national elements, consider the following statements. So far, crimes committed by anti-national elements have not been studied in India. This is not true. I'll tell you why. The word anti-national has not been defined in the statute. This is true. This is definition of this one. Anti-national definition is not there by any act. So this is true. The answer would be 2 only, but this is not true because there was a report, that is crimes in India in 2017, right, and this report was prepared by NCRB in 2019, right. So in this report, for the first time we have read about the anti-national, these crimes by anti-nationals, and these crimes were committed by these, that is left-wing extremists, northeast insurgents, and the jihadis, right. So this is the study which was conducted by the NCRB in 2019, which says crimes in India, and that have the data of anti-national crimes, that is by the left-wing extremists, by the northeast insurgents, and by the jihadis. So this is not true, and this was true. That is, no legal definition is there of this anti-national, but we do have the data in NCRB 2019's report. Okay, so the answer would be 2 only, that is this one. Okay, coming to the next question, that is a sigma. Sometimes in news, what is this a sigma? That is nothing but Army's indigenous messaging application. That is answer would be in-house messaging application developed by the Indian Army. That is the answer. We want to have the secure messaging between Army personnel, and for that we have made this one, that is a sigma, right. That stands for Army SMS indigenous messaging application, right. That is a sigma. So this was today's question session. I hope आपको इसमें से काफ़ी कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा. अगर ऐसा है तो इसे share and like कीजिए. If you have any doubt or if you have any suggestion, you can comment that down in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching this one.
Current Affairs by ForumIAS is an all-in-one program that covers the dynamic aspect of the syllabus from both prelims and mains perspective. Last year, we have helped more than 100 students crack IAS with our current affairs classes.